I just revisited a video from the Prager University YouTube channel that kind of restored my faith in the idea that maybe the leadership does actually not want to repress the truth. Maybe they do want to make sure that people tell the truth. And pretty much, the thing that convinced me is, how do you allocate the resources? I do think eventually we end up in something similar to a totalitarian situation, but that they won't want it to fail. If you look at the Soviet Union and their totalitarian situation, things were not efficient. They were awful. I think that they would like to not have that situation. I, anyhow, have been a libertarian and even kind of a strict one ever since serving in the Marines. Afterward, I joined the Libertarian Party at my school, and maybe you could have even characterized me as an anarchist. But because the culture itself, our own people, they pervert the truth so recklessly, I myself would volunteer to wear a body cam and be under 24-hour surveillance. That is when you have really entered into a totalitarian situation, which we do kind of threaten to do. I've heard that one of the big key markers, and I can't think of what I just realized I could categorize in the same thing. It's the same as this, but being regulated for your in-home activity and not just your out-of-home activity. When you have the government like policing your in-home activity, that's totalitarian. Big key distinction. But I also see it as the authoritarian state. I see the authoritarian state marching us along right into communism. So I don't care about I think that this situation, I think the whole narrative is a ruse and it's all leading us to communism anyway. I don't care if these guys who are in there now in the White House want to present themselves as advocating for a free society. I think that the authoritarian state basically allows people to do what needs doing. It's a people problem. It gets ugly from people. The totalitarian state gets the bad name because of systemic problems. I do think that they're marching us along to the totalitarian situation by having us basically beg for oversight after we see what happens when we get authoritarians saying that the law is because I said so, because I'm the authority, because we need to do what needs doing. We need leadership, strong leaders. So I think repressing the truth is actually, it's not just, it could threaten the collapse of the civilization, but even the survivability of the entire species. And so hopefully the leadership is smart enough to know that. I do feel like we repress the truth. I would like to not believe that, so I can actually just continue to share what it is I think. I feel like there's a responsibility to say, especially what we feel like we're not allowed to say. So that's what I'm going to keep doing.